Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about the most recent change in Fortnite that can actually have really huge impact on the shotgun meta in Chapter 2. If you find this video helpful or informative, please do remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and comment down below whether or not you prefer the pump shotgun or the tac shotgun. So if you didn't know, in the most recent update, Fortnite reduced the headshot multiplier on the tac shotgun from 2.25 to 2. The headshot multiplier is just a flat multiplier that's applied to the damage when you get a headshot. So instead of getting double and a quarter, you just get double now from the headshot, and it actually has a huge impact. The common tac used to headshot for 160, now it headshots for 142. The green tac used to headshot for 169, now it headshots for 150. The blue tac used to headshot for 178, and now it'll headshot for 158. The purple tac used to headshot for 187, and now it's at 166. And the gold tac used to headshot for 196, and now it's at 174. So these are actually, as you can see, pretty huge differences between the damage of these shotguns. And by comparison, the green pump headshots for 160. So the green pump's headshot damage is actually quite comparable to the purple tac's. Obviously, the purple tac is a little bit more, and it does have a much higher fire rate, so that makes the purple tac more desirable than a green pump. But as you can see, the tacs don't outdamage the pumps anymore, and that's how it was in the past. The common and green pump used to do, or the common and green tac used to do more than, or as much as the green pump, and that obviously wasn't good to have these higher fire rate shotguns actually dealing more damage than the pumps as well. Personally, I would have buffed up these white, green, and blue pumps a little bit, make them do a little bit more damage to make them more competitive that way, rather than nerfing the tacs, but Epic decided to nerf the tacs. It is what it is. If you're curious about the rest of the pump's damage, the blue pump does 180 with a headshot, the purple pump does 200, and the gold pump does 220. So at the higher end of the purple and gold pump, obviously those are still going to be very, very desirable as they were before. But it's more of like the middle of the road shotguns where your opinion on them may have changed. I feel like most players rated a purple or gold spaz much higher than any of the tacs anyways. And I actually do have some tier lists, what I think of as far as the shotguns go. And I have 3 different ones. I have one for people who prefer the tac or lean towards the tac if the damage is somewhat comparable. I have one for people who prefer the pump if the damage is somewhat comparable. And I have one that's just organized by flat damage, which ones have the higher damage. So I'm going to get into these tier lists and try to explain them. The first one, like I said, is for people who prefer the tac if the damage is comparable. And this is me. If the damage makes sense, like if the damage of the tac is somewhat close to that of the pump, I'm going to take the tac over the pump because it has that higher fire rate. It gets you more shots on target potentially, and then also is less punishing if you do happen to miss a shot. So if you do enjoy using the tac, this is probably going to be the tier list that you go by. You're going to have the white pump, the green pump, the common tac, the green tac, the blue pump, the blue tac, the purple tac, the gold tac, the purple pump, and the gold pump. And this will be on screen as I explained it. So you have the 2 lower pumps at the bottom and then the 2 lower tacs above that. The blue pump I think is better than the green or common tac. But the blue tac has a little bit more damage and is a little bit closer to the blue pumps. It's not going to really rival the damage, but it's close enough damage to where the fire rate really makes up for it. And then the purple tac and the gold tac are the same way. But I don't necessarily think that any of the tacs can compete with the purple or gold pumps. I think those are going to be the better option pretty much whenever you have the option to use them, unless you're just really, really bad with the pump. So this would be probably the tier list I would recommend most of you going by, unless you're someone who really doesn't enjoy using the tac. And that's what this next tier list is going to be for. It's people who prefer the pump. At the bottom, we have the common and the green tac, and then the white and the green pump, then the blue tac, the purple tac, then the blue pump, and the gold tac. You could honestly put the blue pump above the gold tac. I wouldn't be too surprised if you are someone who prefers the pump to do that. And then finally at the top, you have the purple and gold pump. Like I said, nothing's changed there. It's going to be that way pretty much regardless, unless Epic nerfs those 2 shotguns because they're both really, really, really good. So if you prefer the pump, this is probably going to be the tier list that you go off. It's mainly changes in the lower to mid section, like I said. And then the final tier list is just organized by flat damage. You have the white tac, the white pump, the green tac, the blue tac, the green pump, the purple tac, the gold tac, the blue pump, the purple pump, and the gold pump. I wouldn't necessarily pay attention to this final tier list, but I had it there just in case anybody was curious. But it doesn't really take into account the fire rate difference, so that's why I don't really give this one that much value. But I just thought it would be interesting to have in this video to see the shotgun stat ranked by damage in case anybody was curious about that. So that's it for this. If you were just interested in the tier list, wondering what shotguns you should use now, that was it. I think basically give the blue pump and give the green pump a second try. Maybe compare them to some of the lower rarity attacks, because earlier in this season, I was pretty much just disregarding them. And that isn't necessarily the case anymore because the attacks have a little bit lower damage. The pumps are going to shine a little bit more. Still, if you get a spaz, definitely go for that. And if you get a purple or gold tack, then maybe you need to think about where you place that in comparison to the blue pump or the green pump potentially, because they are somewhat close in damage now. If you did find this video helpful, like I said before, remember to give it a like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Let me know in the comments whether or not you like this change or you find it annoying, whatever, you don't like it. Personally, I'm not sure how I feel about it because I thought that the pumps and the attacks were not balanced appropriately, but I would prefer to give the lower rarity pumps a damage buff. So maybe put the blue pump up to 95 damage, the green pump up to 90, and then the common pump down to 80 or something. Like, I feel like there's something you could do there that would balance the shotguns better than just downright nerfing the attacks, because I fear that if they downright nerf the attacks, they'll kind of go back into being worthless again, and then it'll just be annoying to get them off spawn. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys found it helpful, useful, whatever. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys another time. Thanks for watching. Where did the boats go? Where's this fucking... Oh my gosh. They all already rotated? Ripped in. Oh, it's only 2 left now. I think they're both over there fighting too. That sucks. I can't tell if that's one dude just building really weirdly or if it's 2. I would imagine it's just one, because if he was getting pressured by somebody else, I don't think I would be his top concern. Baz? 90. I got zoned though. Heck. My frame rate normal? It feels so weird. Where is the other dude? Oh, there he is. Man's out here trying to complete the fishing challenge. Either that or he's really weak on white. He's trying to get floppers, or he's just really lost as to what he should be doing right now. One of those things. He has shield, I don't know why. Yeah, no, that man's just trying to complete the fishing challenge. Or tournament thing. Dude, how'd you have so much health still? The flopper's coming in clutch, bro. He had no mats, so. Dude, my scar has been so on point today. Where did we get that game? Yeah, only 4 kilometers that game. So we traveled an extra kilometer last game. And I still had to run a lot to zone in this match too.